What's up, my babies? Now, doesn't this look like my real hair? It's a wig. Today I'm going to be playing in this gorgeous kinky curly wig. She comes from My Quality Hair. They sent over in the length 14 inches and it came with some goodies. I got 2 sets of wig caps, elastic bands, and they also gave me a comb, and of course they gave me my baby hair brush, which I was in desperate need of a new one. So thank you guys. Thank you, My Quality Hair. This one here is again 14 inches. She came with the medium brown cap. Everything about this one was super natural as far as the hairline goes. You have your baby hair, which I went ahead and separated. It is pre-plucked, so this one was super easy. I didn't tweeze anything out, and you guys seen in the beginning how amazing my hairline came out. So inside your cap, you get your adjustable straps in the back, you get 3 combs in the front, and you even get deep parting. I believe this one's about 6 inches parting. So I'm going to start by bleaching my knots. I have my BW bleach, and I went ahead and poured 2 scoops. Now I'm going to gradually add in my 30 volume developer. If you're new to bleaching your knots, I would highly recommend just gradually adding a little bit, mixing it up as much as you can. Add a little bit more until you get the consistency that you like. So I'm going to show you exactly what I like mine to look like. I like it to be as thick as possible without being too thick, if that makes any sense. I don't want it runny, because if it's runny, when you apply it to your lace, it's going to seep through if it's wet, and it's going to get on the roots of the hair. And I want it to sit on top of the lace and literally just bleach the knots. So we're going to begin to apply. I'm going to start at the very back and I'm going to work my way to the front. The front is going to bleach the fastest, even when you put the bleach on the front last. So just be mindful of that. Once all of the bleach is applied, you're going to let it sit on there for about 15 to 20 minutes. You can kind of flip it over and kind of check. You want to just look on the inside or the right side of the cap and just see if you see any knots. And once you're ready, go ahead and take it over to your sink. Rinse out all of your bleach. Proceed to use a purple shampoo. You can get one from any brand. I always use the generic one from Sally's. This one here is the Shimmer Lights. I believe this is probably one of the most popular, and of course it works great. So I just really focused on washing the roots once. This one is a very kinky curly texture, and it definitely doesn't need to be stripped. It needs a lot of moisture. So I'm going to go ahead and deep condition with my silicone mix, and I'm really using a generous amount to hopefully absorb into the hair and give it a nice treatment. I detangled while the conditioner was in, and it definitely gave me a little bit of shedding, but this is the result. I definitely am impressed with the hairline, so I know we're going to have tons of fun with that. As far as the curl pattern goes, it definitely, again, gave me a little bit of shedding, and it definitely was some work to actually detangle it. Now, this is meant to mimic African American texture, and I think for that purpose, this company got it spot on. The only thing I will say is that the root is a little bit straight. If you pay attention to the baby hair, you can see at the very top it's straight, and then the ends are super kinky curly. It's the same with the root of the frontal on this one, and I'm not going to say it's a bad thing, because you guys know whenever I wear textured hair, I usually like the root to be a little bit more flat or straight or wavy and not necessarily curly, because I feel like that looks better on me personally. So once I went ahead and separated my baby hair, I am taking just a little eyebrow razor style brush that I got from Sally's, and I'm just going ahead and trimming the baby hair. Now in this case, I want the baby hair really low. Like, think about how short your baby hairs is. Usually they're so short that they kind of curl up. That's how short I want the baby hair on this, just for a more natural effect. And I definitely had to go back in throughout the process of forming my baby hair and make some pieces shorter. Now I swooped it with this foam lotion, and I did find, because this hair is textured, it did give me, I'm not going to say gave me an issue, but of course it wanted to revert so bad. So you're going to see, like, after I am done styling the wig, I'm going to go back in and use a bit of an edge control, but you'll see that in just a moment. Now every time I go into a different section, I kind of have to reapply the foam lotion, just because, again, the hair reverts very easily, because it is definitely like mimicking like a texture for hair, like 4B, 4C. And I am using one of those baby hair, or the baby hair brush that they provided, and I'm so happy they gave me a fresh one because this is the best way to make good baby hair, either this or a rat tail comb. And every time I get to a new section, if I find that the hair is too long, I just go ahead and continue to trim it down because I did not want the baby hairs to be too long. And now we're going to work on the opposite side. Because this hair is so dense, we had to go ahead and pull it back and just use a nice healthy amount of that foam motion and swoop section by section. So the baby hair definitely wasn't cooperating with the kid, so I proceeded to go ahead and style the remainder of the hair, and I'm going to come back to the baby hair after the hair is styled. I probably should have done this from the beginning just because it's definitely easier to not have to worry about the baby hair until the hair is completely styled, but it's all about preference. Now basically off camera I went ahead and styled the hair in a kind of wash and go method with the 2 conditioners provided. Everything I used is linked down below, and again that foam motion was just not cooperating with this baby hair, so I had to go in with something a little bit stronger, and I used my edge booster, and this was the results. Absolutely love the way it came out, and this is kind of the result of my kind of wash and go style where I kind of clump the hair with that Tresemme as well as that wet. It came out amazing, but this is definitely a style you have to do overnight, and of course here I am goofy trying to get a thumbnail. But yeah, you have to do a wash and go overnight. Like even just how I'm touching it right now, manipulated the hair to where it kind of ruined the style. I went ahead and did my makeup and just put a scarf on to lay down the baby hair. You can see on that left side where I was touching it during that thumbnail, it ruined it. Wash and goes cannot be touched, at least on this hair, until it is completely dry. So this is the result of the baby hair. I know it won't be everyone's taste, but I absolutely love the way it came out. The swoop in the front I did re-swoop off camera, but right now since I did put the scarf on, it's kind of stuck that way. So you just take your rat tail comb and kind of just play with it, and it's gonna make it move, and it's gonna come out much better. So now that I'm off camera, I'm still wearing this wig, and it does not look like that. It looks so much better. So just know once it softens up, it's easier to go ahead and soften up the baby hair so it's not so harsh. So I love the way it looked down in the center, but I really wanted to show off that parting, and my favorite way to do that is add like braids or twist to the top so that you can have parting all over it, and it just shows off your amazing work, especially because we got a medium brown cap which works amazing with my skin, and we took it a step further and bleached those knots. Everything looks amazing. I did not add an elastic band to this one. I relied solely on my Got2b glue freeze spray, which is what I used to bond the wig down. Freeze spray does not do as well with the sideburn area, so you definitely will have to use like a ghost bond, a bolt hold, or something stronger to bond down your sideburns. So I did do this hair in a few different styles. I did the twist, I did a ponytail with it, I did a bun with it, I wear it all down, just to give you a little bit of versatility and options. This one is definitely meant to replicate African American natural hair, so I know it won't be everyone's taste, but I do like to give you guys variety and option because I do so many hair reviews. So if you don't like this one, you can just skip on to the next one, but I definitely love her. Okay, so these are the results, and this is what I came up with. Now I just went ahead and sprayed it down, which I'm not going to say was a mistake, but it was a mistake because I got super shrinkage. I feel like it was like to right here when I first put it on, and then I wet it and it literally shrank up, which I mean there's nothing wrong with shorter hair, but I had it styled perfectly. It took me forever. So when it was still on the mannequin head, I went ahead and put tons of conditioner. I put my Tresemme, which is one of my favorite conditioners to soften hair and give it some slip and some moisture. And then I also used my wet, which you guys seen in the video. And I paired that with this brunch and kind of like did the clumping method. If you have natural hair and you've done like wash and goes and things like that, you kind of know that you kind of, you know, clump the hair together and it kind of makes for a perfect curl. Well, I did that. I did my makeup. I worked on another wig and kind of let that dry. Now I would say do that that overnight. And then where I made the mistake is after I did that, I put the wig on and I did a little bit of manipulation. So you guys know when you do that clumping method, wherever you touch the hair, it's gonna kind of mess up and get frizzy. So once I put the wig on, I kind of needed to restyle it. Well, that was a fail because it basically got rid of all of my hard work. I really wanted to show off the parting in this one. You guys seen I did bleach the knots. Now lately I've been like partially bleaching my knots where I bleach the knots but I don't leave it on more than like 15 minutes. Just more so because I want the hairline to be bleached, but I don't want to like over bleach. But I think I will just go back to bleaching the knots completely, that way, you know, when I want to switch everything up. But I did not add any powder to the parting, and you see it blends very nicely with my hairline. Of course, you can always tint the lace or whatever, but I am pleased with the way this one came out. Now, because I did bleach the knots, I did not want to tweeze. Whenever I bleach the knots, I kind of feel like, I'm not going to say it's pointless to tweeze, but I'm less likely to tweeze just because I know it's going to thin out over time. The only place that I would thin out is these sideburns here, which I feel like I never do on camera, so I'll start doing that on camera for you guys. And if I did not already mention, this is their Afro Kinky Curly Lace Front Wig. The texture is Indian Remy hair. It's a natural color, obviously. This one is 14 inches in length, which you probably can't even tell because there's so much shrinkage, but you can tell when I stretch it. And then it's 150% density. And as I told you guys before, you do get 6 inches of deep parting. The lace is medium brown, and this is also a medium cap. But other than that, I really wanted to do the you know, pin the hair back just so that you can get a good look at the parting. I'm very proud of it. I think it looks really good. Again, if you swoop your baby hair a little bit differently, or you know, you want less, that is always an option. This is just my personal preference. We're all not gonna have the same preference, so if you don't like it, that is a-okay with me. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Definitely something different. I like it. I just feel like, you know, it won't be the popular opinion of everyone's, but you know, it's good to switch it up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.